things or making movements. Excellent. Alright, so Future-Proof Plays this week is a little different. It is an AMA for Exploit Zero Day and a bit of Inside My Radio, which I have not played in a long time and played very little of until a little earlier when I ran through some practice. So, Greg is in chat, the other half of Future-Proof Games. If you have any questions about Exploit Zero Day, which went into open alpha this week, feel free to ask in chat, and I'll either answer on the fly or we'll collect them and then between levels see how it goes. I don't play a ton of rhythm games. I would put Thumper in probably my top 10 favorite games, period, but I do not play a wide variety of rhythm games, so we will see how this goes. Yeah, we'll build the old game. Probably still in the first level anyway. Have you played this game, Greg? Okay. Hi, Take. I've been watching you for a while now. I'm sorry I absorbed you, but I had no choice. I need your music. My survival depends on it. I'm getting weaker every day. Help me, please. It all started in Barry's sector, but I can't contact him. Knowing him, I bet he's behind all this. I sense he isn't far away. You must find him. Use your music. I'm gonna leave the rhythm guides on for a bit. What? Okay. What are they asking me to do? That? Oh, that's B. I'm using a PS4 controller. This game is so weird. Huh, okay. Do I need all of them? I don't actually have to jump ahead of time. Should just stayed on there. This is a weird, cool city in the background. Whoops. Okay. Ah. Whoops. Don't jump and dash unnecessarily. I like dashing, but I shouldn't do it so much. There's no, as far as I know, no run button. Other than dashing. Oh, I see. Now I dash. Eek. Come on. Oh. Oh, I see. I'll go with this. This is pretty cool. Okay, well, I should have known better. At some point I'll figure out how rhythm works. Alright. Easier than... wonder if this is a checkpoint. I assume at some point I won't be able to button mash my way through. It is difficult to talk about other things during rhythm games. That's a... Alright. Well. Alright, well, look. Whoops, I did not mean to stomp. There we go. Am I gonna really make this as complicated as I am about to? I am. Come on. Me. Oops. All right. I am somewhat curious. Oops. Alright. Where the narrative fits in here, if at all? I mean, it doesn't have to. I mean, the setting is working. But I look like the mean one. Instead, I'm looking for Barry. See, the dash is longer than I expect it to be, longer than I wish it could be. Fuck. Well. Whoops, that's not the button for the thing. Oh well, just stroll under there. This is a weirdly floaty game. What are you? Broken. Thanks, I was starting to get ants in the filaments. I heard you coming. Cool music. Not funky enough for my taste, but not bad. Thanks. Did the boss send you? I guess it was him, yeah. It's complicated. I'm not from around here. He sent me to look for you. Apparently things aren't going too well for him. Maybe you know why? Tell me about it. I really thought I wouldn't make it through this time. I would have taught him a good lesson, but this thing took me by surprise. Let me explain. Barry, I was just going out to set the dance floor on fire. Oh dear. That's me. It's my turn. Oh, hold on. You only have the ability to jump once, my friend. No wall climbing for you. Huh. Alright. Oh. I will take a question. Who is my favorite EZD non-player character? That one might be too easy. Colonel Pop, probably. It is... It is based on a former colleague of mine. What is this level expecting of me? I guess there's a button I haven't hit. I haven't activated home skillet in the wall. It is... Okay. What's the code based on, though? Alright. Well, I'm cool enough to get in now. So... Yeah, so Colonel Pop is loosely based. I shouldn't say entirely based. This colleague of mine had way better grammar and typing skills. But he's this sort of, the character worked for, and actually colleague, worked for the evil, quote-unquote evil, Samsara Digital, for a while, and then left or got himself ousted. I forget exactly the circumstances of his firing. But, he's got this very self-deprecating sense of humor. He writes in almost all lowercase. He loses his own passwords. He gets himself into trouble, and Headless Swarm, he ends up in a bad spot because he's trying to infiltrate an event and just about gets caught out, and the player has to help him escape or not. He's just really fun to write. I like writing characters where I can just like stop pressing certain keys on my keyboard. How many times do I have to do this? It's telling me when to do it. Do I need to do it on both? Yes, eventually. Alright. Oh god. I'm hitting it in time with orange. This game might not be. Alright. I'm expecting it to be the same every time, and it is not. See, it doesn't always immediately go to 2. I cannot respond that fast. It's not... It changes. Alright. Shit. No. But thank you. Alright. Finally. Alright. Oh, cool. That's cute. So yeah, Colonel Pop for sure. I'm fond of many characters, but some of the ones I like a lot are also kind of the hardest to write. So like Kilroy-sama, I think is pretty cool. She is a Russian... I don't actually remember what her job was before. I don't remember who she worked for before, but she's kind of a data collector person, or like a person who does predictive models of things. And I like the character a lot. An academic, that's right. And I like Kilroy-sama a lot, but I do not enjoy writing Kilroy-sama because many things about the way she talks require research, like active research. Like, what am I going to reference here to be able to get the slang right? And that's just exhausting. Like, I don't have enough of the knowledge that we picked as her underpinning, like, just in my head. But yeah, Colonel Pop for sure. Playing this game on stream is a very questionable decision. Whoops. Alright. Without bobbing my head, my whole body is twitching. And if it were... I think if I didn't have these... I would, in other circumstances, bob my head. But this would be more distracting on stream for me. But I did, like, completely miss whatever logic was required. Is it only the green? Nope. Oh no, what am I doing? Am I supposed to be... I have no idea what I was actually supposed to be doing. Just catching them? Yes. Oops. Eek. Eh. I did a solo. You're a weird character, Barry. Alright. Is this a mirror? Yes. Alright. That worked out. As long as I don't have to go up the other side. Whoops. Back! There we go. Oh. This is cute. The floor's gonna throw me off. Oh, you can wall jump. Alright. You again. Do it multiple times. Who are these people? They look cool. Oh. How do I pick? I feel like I want the double doors. That's cool. What? That's pretty cool. I just unlocked the achievement, very important player. Whoops. Guess I do want to hang out on these. Oh no. Mistake realized. Fuck! Figured it couldn't be this easy. Ah! Hi, I have a cat at my feet. Is there any puzzle design trick you like to use in EZD? I am very fond of doing loops. So taking splitters or redirectors, or reflectors maybe. It is still happening. And setting up boxes so that a packet either spirals in or loops in. And I was playing something by Nature 1996 last night. I think it might be the cluster I tweeted out on Friday night. It's actually a really good Thursday night. It's actually a really good example of that as it progresses through this entire cluster. It's not like it's very complicated, but it is. You do have to kind of unlock parts of this spiral. And I think that could be fun because once you kind of figure out what you want the flow of the packet to be, it kind of opens up space and you can place obstacles along there or not. Whoops. I also like going for a very strong visual metaphor, which I've only really pulled off once or twice. And the one time I did it was entirely too many hours spent on a single puzzle. Whoops. Fuck! I almost have this. There we go. So yeah, that's my favorite design trick. It doesn't always make for easy to design puzzles, but it does make for, I think, fun puzzles that don't have to be as hard as... Oops. There we go. I feel like I should ask you, Greg, what is your favorite puzzle design trick? Or any puzzle design trick? Ah. I love the bounciness on that. That's super cute. Because it's asking you to type a lot, Greg. Hello, my friends. Barry. I was Barry, Lucy. Uh-oh. Sorry, no one can come in here. Let me in, you know me. Exactly. We're missing 3 singers and the tension is mounting in there. If they're not here, you're not coming in. Oh, like you have to, like, sort of set the state for a little while to do something in a space and then re-lock that up or set it back. Look, we are not gonna... You don't have... Ah, what? Oh my god. I like when a game makes the player stay still long enough so that they can gracefully make an NPC disappear without you immediately following them and going, well, where did they go? They disappeared. Alright, so there's one of you. Oh! That's adorable! So I went up there. There we go. Whoops. This game's pretty damn cute. Look, I have a line of students. Groovy, baby. I owe you one. You can come in. Well, we're fine until the groovy. Oh, yes, I can do that. It must go silent before it goes loud. Anytime I'm not streaming. Oh, I apparently should have. That should be a little louder. For y'all, not for me. Oh, wait, how high will it take me? Alright. Only so high, but still. Cool. Oops. Let's see if I can do... There we go. Just for fun, I didn't have to. Come on. It's a QR code. I mean, I have to take a picture of that, right? Like, it's a QR code. It's like a thing. It would be weird if I did not scan it. I don't think I've ever stopped a stream to take a picture of a QR code before. Is it not a real code? It is not coming through as a real code. Maybe it's the color scheme. How do you organize NPCs? Oh, so we have a couple of documents. We have one document for... Oh, okay. We have one document that is specifically about the Samsara Corporation. Slower. Nope, that's faster. There we go. So we have a Samsara document, and that's like everything about the company and the people we have that kind of work there, and what their ethos is, and what we have revealed and what we haven't. So it's kind of like a Bible for Samsara Digital. For the rest of the NPCs are usually in, I feel like we have another document that's kind of a slightly messier cast of characters, where it's snippets about them, what traits they have that make them interesting, a little bit about their voice, and often it's kind of segmented. Like, I tend to be the person who writes most of Kernel Pop stuff, but like Sketch, we've both written for sure, even though Sketch is kind of under Greg's name. I think it's funny, if you like look at some of our early account creation, the email addresses will tend to be whoever's character it is. I like it better when it's segmented. Each person writes a particular NPC, because it helps the voice be a little stronger, I think. But that's not always practical for, like, we just have to get this thing out the door sometimes. Or we tell ourselves we have to get something out the door sometimes. Like, we shouldn't be holding up something on account of it being Greg's character or my character. Okay, there's something up there. looks like a thing I can stand on up there, right? Or step through. Well. I have to see if I can... Okay, so I'm jumping through the pink, I think. Oops. Okay. Need to come up over the black, I think. Okay. Frantically mash to get out of there. Diamond over there. Hey, it's me. The other me. Well, that's rude. They were fun the first time. Oh, that's cool. I wasn't moving myself. Wait. I don't think No Man's Sky is chill. I think I made a lot of growly noises. And yes, I thought this might be chill, or that the levels would be shorter. I was expecting more, like, Mario-esque at the level. There's a pause. Is this like YMCA right here in the middle? Definitely is. We focused when I thought about this. Oh, achievement unlocked, everybody sing now. We were like, let's pick a game where Melissa won't have to narrate the whole time. But we made a crucial miscalculation. Oh no! Well, I'm at least getting a little better. Okay. Damn it. Again. Alright. Well. Oh! Hey! What? Another chance at life. I did not expect to survive the initial fall there. There. That's cute. That's not what I meant to do at all. This game is lovely. Oh, I see. Oh, I can get stabbed. bung my way through that one. Alright. I do think the metaphor breaks down. Whatever this is not... weird cyberpunk world something. Oh, right, did it again. I don't know where I'm going. Saying that yes, the grade blocks are musical, but they aren't music, right? Whoops. Alright. Oh, good checkpoint. Thank you, game. Might not be correct at all. Could be I'm supposed to be going down. Okay. What do you mean it's all music? Right. Oh no! Oh no! Grumpy people. Smile so much, my friend. Aww. They have a little black squiggle coming out of them. Can I, like... I'm gonna pull them... I have to be able to stomp on you, right? Like... Nope, not that way. That's an aiming thing that's not going to work out in my favor. Alright, so first of all, give me back my bumper rails. I don't know if I should keep trying this, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get that timing to line up. Probably just supposed to avoid them? Well. This is hilarious. Well, I should... This is so cute. I mean... violent to your fellow humans. Oh, hey, you went where I was not expecting you to go. Rude. Oh, you're not gonna come all the way over here. Huh. Well, did that wrong. Managed to put myself exactly in the middle of their little fight. Ah. This timing of jumping and dashing smoothly under pressure. Okay. No. That's cute. I can't help but think about the programming, the audio programming, of which I know relatively little, that must have gone into making this work so smoothly. I assume these bubbles are not good for my health. Oh, they just pushed me. And muffle the music. That's super cool. Hello, friend. Oh no, am I supposed to do something before you let me through? How about I just sing at you? No. What do you want? To do something with speakers, I assume, since that's the... I will try again. Oh! Oh no! That's unfortunate. Bye, guitarist. And grumpy gang. Oh. Goodbye. Ah! Shit. Not twice. Whoa. Once I get through the fire, I will talk all about puzzles I don't like. I mean, I do like. Okay. So, does it count as a puzzle game? We'll call it, sure. So, one of the cutest things I've played recently is a game called Fox Hunt. It was a demo, I think. But, yeah, I think they call it a demo because they're working on a full version for 2019. And it's on itch. It's free. I recommend people go play it. Oops. It is a questionable decision on my part. There we go. Oh, it's just gonna keep bouncing. You are not playing a fox. You're playing some other kind of person in a weird desert, helping a fox find something. It's a demo. It does not completely resolve in a wholly satisfying way. But I'm definitely going to be picking up that. But that was a very physical, well, as opposed to like Exploit Zero Day, it's a very physical puzzle game. So it's like you're in a room in a space and you've got to put blocks in places, or like prop a plank of wood up so that you can get up to another level or like read some script on a ceiling. So I kind of like that. I like that kind of three-dimensionality of it. Oh, hi friend. I played Uru back in the day and enjoyed some of it. There were things I did not like about it. But like puzzles where I have time to meander and kind of explore. Some kamikaze ass gang members. Chill out. Oh. Alright, or not. Not so fast. faster. Oh, alright. Tetris? I love Tetris. That's silly, maybe, but I hear that it's recently been realized to be a very political game, so I guess I should put it on the list. Tetris is like a formative game of my childhood. Like, my mother... I guess, okay, I have no perspective on this, because I was like 6, and we were not looking at like world championship Tetris players. But I will say this, my mother was amazing at Tetris. She could play, it felt like forever. Like, I could make it to level 10 maybe once in 20 plays, and she would always make it to level 10, and it was just a matter of how long she was going to stay there. And so that was awesome. Alright. A little faster. There we go. Achievement unlocked. Bury people. Bury like the person, not like to dig. Not bury. Oh no. Epic boss battle. Gang leader. Where do you think you're going? 10 against 1? You're one brave dude. Hehe, you and me on the dance floor. You won't be so nasty after I've made you look stupid. Let's see if you can keep up. I probably cannot, actually. Okay. We're doing this. Alright. I wish I did not show them as these keys. Alright. This is cute, though. Damn it, the other button. Ah. Sorry, I just got distracted by wondering how long this is going to go on. Alright. Got distracted. I should not look at chat. No more glancing at chat until... well. Alright. Let's get this thing done. pay $10 to get a version of this game that uses the things that are on my fucking controller. It's very frustrating. Skip this? Nope. Fuck. And there's nothing in the setting to change it, unfortunately. I have looked. That was just bad timing on the second half. Well, shit. Can I skip this? Oh, I don't have a mouse. No. That one was correct. Just bad timing. Alright. Nope, that's X. Alright, he messed up my groove. Oh no. So I can make it trigger. I think I'm making it trigger. Yes. I can make it start the countdown. But I don't know. I see B. I hit B. No symbols showed up. I hit B again. No symbol. I'm supposed to... Oh, when it hits the... Okay, this is weird and interesting. Okay. You see it turn green when I hit this, right? Yeah. Or too early? I'm trying to hit them right when they hit in the circle, because I hit that one too early and it reverts back. Probably when they get to the center circle, I guess I mean. So let's talk about the kind of rhythm games I don't like. Alright. We made it. Barry has been saved, maybe? Achievement unlocked, Dancing Queen. You would have seen him. He was bigger than a transistor and accompanied by an army of small spiders. Didn't I tell you I hated spiders? No. It's not natural to have 8 legs, believe me. It's possible, but that gives no hint of how we get rid of it. I'll think about it. I have an idea, but you're not gonna like it. Tell me anyway. Their nest is a little further on. I passed it when they brought me here. Unfortunately, this is the only place we can find enough energy to help us. Find a generator. There's this dude, a Rasta, who I have to help. He must have told me his name 100 times, but I've forgotten it. He could help us anyway. See you later. Go look for a Rasta music note. I hope this is not problematic. I've played something recently that involved what I would call jumping puzzles that I liked. I think there's some dispute on whether jumping puzzles are puzzles. I guess not. Like it's gonna be a safe place for very long. Oh, cool. Alright. Alright. Oops. On the rhythm. There. Weird cyberpunk social issue that you'd like to use an easy... Okay. What's a weird cyberpunk idea or social issue that you'd like to use an easy plot and we haven't already planned to use? Cyberpunk idea or social issue. I don't think we have addressed the society shift away from what is currently unskilled labor. So like, what is the future of mining, right? dystopian look would say, like, there's always going to be some underclass doing something that no one else wants to be doing, right? Something that is dangerous, where their employers do not care whether they live very much, and that's absolutely fucked. Of course it's fucked. A very dystopian thing, I guess, might not say it's actually fucked. I say it's fucked. But I would like to see us kind of explore this gap. That's not just a gap in wealth, it's a gap in vision for the world, or like the future direction of the world, with regards to labor in particular. So that's, I don't know what that would be in terms of a story. If we're set, especially if we're set in modern day. Alright, hit the right button. No, spider, you have to be... Come on, hit the button. On rhythm. Oh, I can just keep dashing. Alright, that's easier than stomping. I'm locked in place. Yeah, so I have to, like, jump and get there, and then butt stomp. So that's kind of awkward. I haven't done it enough to get good at it. Oh, no. My life style is just run from spiders. Cannot just jump on them at all. This mofo's waiting on me. Okay, better. Oh, it doesn't reset them. That's right. Oh. Yo. I'll have to see if I can actually... Yeah, I'm not sure I can slam into those. So what about you, Greg? What weird cyberpunk issue or social issue? Awful, my timing. Oh, I just got a very sad achievement that I am not going to read out. That is due to my failure to keep rhythm. Harsh game, very harsh. Yeah, definitely cannot. Okay, well, they're just gonna keep coming. Whoa! Alright. So they will move to track me. That one just fell right on my head. What can I do if I can't? Let's try that again. Yeah, I can't slam into them, which means I have to jump over them, I think. Looking at access to tech. places where just having basic tech we take for granted in the US gives a huge advantage. Like, what if Uber moved into a place where not everyone has phones? Oh, it's because the light is catching me. Does that work? Nope. Sort of. Oh, there's not enough of a slither there. What if Uber moved to a place where not everyone has phones? What sort of... would you want it to be Uber, something Uber-like specifically? Like, does something come to mind of a... Oh. Alright. This looks a little worrying. It does not have to be Easy D only. You can ask us anything. I think my favorite fruit might be oranges. That's probably not what you're going to ask, but... Oh no, the spider's reaching for me. That's not okay. Yeah, it is. Except sort of, right? Like the people who work at Uber are not being presented with a great economic opportunity. Arachnophobiac. Shit. Large and small loops, you need decent card on phone, you have a much better tech to compete with Uber. Sorry, I didn't mean to squeal. That's an interesting wrinkle. This slows down even jumping progress. Uh-oh. I don't like it. Look away. That was not looking away. Shit! Come on, jump on rhythm. There we go. Did video games and RPG book. Okay, so other game mediums. There's part of me that's like, where I'm like, the production costs to do some other mediums I'd be interested in is just like not really worth messing with in a commercial sense. So I don't currently have ideas for this, like, but board games, like, I've looked at some postmortems on some Kickstarters on people who've done board games, and it's like, it's wild the amount of shenanigans to like you get that cardboard sheet that has all the little things you punch out, like, to optimize that and to produce that in just such a way to minimize your costs. So any sort of like large scale board game stuff just seems unreasonable. And I also don't have any board game ideas because it's not quite as much my genre as I wish it was, or my medium as I wish it was. Although, so here's where, like, I think would be the way to go if I were to do that. And same for what I'm more interested in is card games. When we were at GDC, I think when I was at GDC the first time, there's a person whose name I do not remember, but Greg could probably find. Their name is very distinctive. But they were just out in a lobby, and they had a box that was like their board games that they had made. And they were completely one-off. It was like, here's some stuff. Like, here's some sticks and cardboard and pieces I carefully cut out of something, out of wood or whatever. And it's like, this is the only instance of this board game that exists. Which is like, you can't sell that, right? Like, it's not a thing to sell, but it is a cool ass thing to make. And I think that would be, I think if I went the card game route, or I wanted to play in that space, I would probably just treat it as kind of a, don't worry about it as a company, in the way of it being any sort of producible, printable thing. Can I cling to the ceiling? No. Okay, it's just a mad dash. Yes, Jodidiah. Oops. Gotta get to the end. Whoops. See my little eyes turning into X's as I mess up? Nope. Completely lose my rhythm. Ah! Oh no! So, short answer is cards. Long answer is maybe not as a commercial thing, but also fuck that sometimes, depending on my mood. Don't tell Greg, though. What about you, Greg? One just fell on my head. That's what's happening there. Fuck! Stop falling on my head. Alright, let those die. Are they forever? They are forever. There we go. This is the most brute force way to do this, I think. Aw, man. Whoops, don't go back. Oh. Yeah, Zoetrope? Zootrope? Probably Zoetrope. Is a fun game. It's weird. I don't... Oh, oops. Oh. What? What? This is cool. Whoops. Oh, come on. Can I? Oh, I cannot catch. Alright. Infinite. They truly mean infinite. Ah! Okay. Oh. Come on. Poor spider's like scared. Of what? I cannot hit a beat to literally save my life. This game is like, we know you're gonna jump too hard. Or too little. Nope, did it again. Alright. Am I getting worse? I might be getting worse again. Alright. I give up. We're gonna find a different way to do this. It does not involve me hitting a rhythm? What game am I playing? I've lost all sense of perspective. I know, I know that's what I have to do. But my fingers won't do it. My brain won't do it. Ooh, that was pretty. Oh, cool. Spikes don't look like a good thing. Well. We may end the AMA soon. The fact that I'm making even sillier mistakes than when I started. Although I like Infinite Power Me more than I like Original Me. we go. I like this game, and it is frustrating that my brain is saying, do this thing, and it is, my fingers are not doing that thing. So it goes. Oops. Oh, come on. There we go. Ah! Hopefully, me doing poorly at this game is not like, anyone watching does not like take this as an indictment of the game itself. I think it is a good game. I think everyone should play it with an Xbox controller, or be much more of a controller user than me that is accustomed to mapping Windows speak onto their PS4. I don't need to jump. Oh! Alright. I should just... No! Ah! Oh! That's cool. Just leave little beeps in the sky. Alright. Hit the rhythm eventually. Oh, that's not a fucking flat surface. There we go. Things are quieting down. Ooh. Oh, my face! Oh. You okay? I am Root. I'm not thinking straight. Sorry. Thanks for getting me out of that. Boy. Well. My pleasure. In fact, I bumped into you by chance. You don't happen to know a guy named Barry, do you? Yes, Beanie Barry. He's a great guy. He went to look for you. We need your help. Do you know what's going on here? Cool idea, man. I can even tell you how it all started. It was the worst day of my life. And the day started off so well. Interesting. I'm here for it. This is cute. Oh. Of course, cassettes have to be put into place so that they can do the music thing. I feel like I know this song because it's the basis of many other songs. Whoops. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this is just like a manual left-right thing. That's cool. Whoops. Whoops. So this is chill enough for answering questions, I think, if there are any. Whoops. Oh, that's very kind of them. Rhythms, my friend. Oh. Oh. Hi, Board. Good to see you. Board is one of our very early alpha players. This is cool. I'm gonna guess. Going alright. I am mediocrely playing a rhythm game and answering questions. Alright, you need me to get something perfect. So I will say one flaw in this game is kind of not knowing. I don't think it's everything turned to 11 to make success. I'm gonna guess I need the left and right bars up there to be even. Point now, I'm tired enough I can barely jump. So, oh, I like that. And, oh, interesting. Oh, that was sufficient. All right, thanks, friend. Yeah, that dude seemed to chill out. Yeah, I feel like those are a little underclued. I don't always know what I should do on those, but that's alright. I think this game is awesome anyway. Cool. Whoops. I assume if I were smooth enough, I could catch and just like cascade up. But, huh, okay. I was just wondering if I could control that. Oh, their little checkpoint. We have not shared the EZD origin story. The origin origin begins with Greg. So back in 2009, Greg wrote a Flash game called Exploit. It featured Sketch, who is still one of our primary NPCs, who is maybe a youth, a teenager or something, and was from Charlotte, North Carolina. And was trying to foil some plot in some fictional country called Locha, right? But it had puzzles that are Easy D style puzzles with maybe 1 or 2 fewer kinds of nodes. And it was a hit, and I think one of the things you ended up having to do after it released, Greg, was provide a way for people to at least to make their own puzzles and kind of share the code of puzzles, which, if I recall correctly, is not too far off of the kind of code we are sending back and forth up and down the pipe. Ooh, cool. There we go. Okay. And so yeah, that's in Flash. It still exists. It's up on Futureproof. I'm not sure how many people can even run it anymore, just because Flash is so dead. Oh, I see. And so... Oh, alright. And once we finished Ossuary, so Ossuary was many years in the making, only the last year or so I was involved, sort of in testing. Yes, it does. I think Chrome is like finicky as like if you close your browser and reopen it, even though you said allow Flash to run on this site, you still have to tell it again, because when I watch hockey and they still use the Flash player, it was a major annoyance that you had to like just keep refreshing that setting. Anyway, so yeah, by the time we finished Ossuary at the end of 2013, we were kind of noodling around with what we wanted to do next. And we had several ideas. And one of them was like, let's take that sharing aspect of EZD and like have full creation tools and the ability to even write your own story around it, for players to be able to write their own story around it. And so, alright, and that's how it started. And I was much more of a web developer then than any sort of game developer. And so the technicalities of it were interesting to like mix. Like, so I think one of the few technical fights, Greg and I don't tend to fight about a lot with regards to future-proof stuff, although we do increasingly, which is good for us, was over whether to keep Exploit in Flash. We actually have a branch of code that is Exploit 0 Day Exploit in Flash. And eventually, it was like, we can't do this anymore. Like, 2014 was already closing the door. But there were people who had been Flash developers, and I'm not accusing Greg of this in particular, but there are people who were Flash developers who were like, Flash is gonna live forever, and these are just the Apple whiny people. Like, Apple will come around and begin to allow Flash on their devices, and they didn't. And so that doesn't seem like a healthy thing for me. So we ended up doing a rewrite in HTML5, which was ready enough at that point, with Chrome, Firefox, and IE 11 would have already been coming out at that point, I think. So browser support was pretty much there. But then came, like, what do we want the story to be? What's the hook? What's interesting? And as we sort of built out the tools for jobs and messages and badges that interlink things, which were heavily inspired by games like Fallen London, where you can end up with, in our system, it's very much a combination of badges that determines what you have access to. Like, even the way we hide jobs from the public is by Greg and I having a specific badge that no one else has, and that meaning that only staff and admin can see this job. Not to encourage people to go give themselves that badge somehow, although if you can, that's a security thing we should figure out. But that's sort of the origin. I think we had, I don't know how many strong, oh god, we originally supported IE 9? Oh, I must have been working I was working at Lending Tree, that's probably why. I was very aware of the percentages of people on the internet still using bad browsers. And it was reasonable at the time. Uh-oh, that looks unhealthy. More unhealthy. Oh. Hackers be hacking. You know, the early year or so that we had Exploit 0 to E as an alpha, like, some of in our error logs, we saw some of the wildest stuff, Lucy. Like, there are, I mean, including, like, some meat space friends of mine that are JavaScript people, like I am, we would just see people just clearly sitting in the Chrome dev console, just throwing things down the pipe of the site. Like, what if I send a system with this? What if I try to solve it this way or that way? And there's a tool posted that may or may not still be working, that will take a solution for a system and all the, it sends, like, send a packet at this time, send a packet at that time, and runs it over and over again until it, like, absolutely minimizes the amount of space it takes. You can solve a system in the minimal amount of time and you'll have never actually had to do it that fast. And part of that was that we used to have leaderboards on puzzles that showed how quickly the most recent, however many people had solved it. And that encouraged that sort of iterating, but we get like 15 emails and a big long blast because 15 of those attempts had errored because our system would say, you can't actually solve this system that fast, it's not a valid solution. And this tool just kept trying and trying and trying different ways, which we didn't mind. That's kind of the spirit of the game. So hackers be hacking, and it's definitely been a cause of concern, I think is probably a fair way to put it. Of, like, I worry about what sort of, like, basic regular security things we might be missing, just because it's not exactly our forte. But the community has been very supportive of that sort of, like, broken testing, and we have tried to encourage it in the sense that, like, so here's an example. Here's a good example. When we released the ability to buy, like, Headless Swarm, it's a payment processing system, right? Like, very scary in a game full of people who are playing hackers to put a payment system out there, but it is what it is. Gotta do it. This is cool. Whoops. Alright, less forward momentum. And the first thing someone did that we saw in our logs was someone tried to use the test credit card number for the service we use to buy the game. And they knew it wasn't going to work, or they hoped it wasn't going to work. They would have told us if it had worked, right? And we would have seen if it had. But like to immediately see an error that was like, you cannot use this credit card in production mode. It's like, oh, thanks, Home Skillet. You're one of the good ones. So, hackers be hacking. It's great. Although we do have the occasional person come through who does not realize or understand, or we are failing to communicate that it is not actually hacking. So there'll be a forum post that's like, where do I get the exploits? And we're like, this is a game, not actually about exploits. So hackers do be hacking. And sometimes we end up having discussions like, are they just like really in character and we should kind of like play along a certain amount, or but often that's not, they don't tend to stick around, so we're guessing they're there for the sort of hacks we don't do. All right. Not that way. Not that way. The button's up there. Oh. It's pretty cool. Alright, let's see. Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna be able to scale my way over there. Alright, let's at least get you turned up. Turned up. It's still just fun. Oh. Alright. That doesn't do what I think it's gonna do. Where am I going? They say confused. Oh. Nope, not you. What? The reds have to move. It's the greens, like you'd expect. This is... Alright. There we go. Of course. There we go. Let's leave you So one thing I really hope for the open alpha is that the ease with which people can sign up means that not only will like more people sign up, like numbers are numbers and whatever, but that people who are interested sign up. Oh, that's a good thing they did with the music. I like it. And that we're able to kind of find some new people. I arrived in a zone that has seen the worst excesses of Babylon. Alright, so I might actually call this here. It's 3 p.m. Well, that's cool. So, yeah, so I guess I mean there are people who just sign up for things, right? They see something, they're like, oh, this might look cool, I'll sign up, and don't maybe poke around a little bit, but don't play. But I hope people who are interested in the concept sign up. Like when I think about what I read, maybe either saw some presentation recording or something of like the number of users in Fallen London versus active users in Fallen London, and not to like fall into free-to-play acronym hell, but just like people who are willing to step into the space and engage with the material, to say, even if they end up not liking it, but I want to find like-minded people, I think, with opening this up. So I hope that, you know, marketing has always been tough for us. Community building. Oh. So we will see. Yeah, we will see how it goes. So yeah, I think I will go ahead and call it here with that cool wash of color change in the backdrop. So yes, thank you all for stopping by. We might do this again. We'll definitely do more future-proof plays. This game is Inside My Radio. It's by Seven Studios. It's like 7 with an A in the front, also like Seven. They're a French or Canadian group that made this game a few years ago. Came out in 2015, I think. They seem like great people when we met them at GDC, and this game is fun. It's not as hard as it looked with me playing it, I promise. So yeah, we'll be doing another future-proof plays probably in another couple weeks, and I am in Exploit Zero Day. My name is Melissa in Exploit Zero Day, so you can friend me, you can DM me on the forums, you can, you know, if you have questions and anything like that. Gregory is Gregory in Exploit Zero Day. If you ever want us to play anything you make, and we have not noticed it, just hit us up, DM us on the forums, and we will do so. Thank you.